right, so Savannah, this is your guest cart, the golf cart. You got rear seating there. Customers can come in with their Starbucks, hop on the golf cart, come on down to the yard and pick up some granite, right?
Yes, it is a fun ride.
And you ride all the way from the showroom down to the yard?
All the way from the showroom down to the yard, and I'll take you through as much as we can.
Awesome. We're out here, this is tier 1 mostly, is that what we're looking at?
Yes, so everything down this side is going to be our tier 1, so that's where we will always start with you all.
Okay. So when it comes to tier 1 versus a higher tier, what's that all about?
The tier 1s are going to be easier to keep in stock. They're all the same quality. The higher the group you go in natural stone, the more exotic the stone becomes. So our tier 1s are going to be our builder grade. They are going to be a little bit busier in pattern, a little more speckled than some of the higher groups where you're going to get more marble and color and crystal, but easier to duplicate as far as consistency for the customer.
So the higher the tier, they're going to be easier to duplicate?
Not easier.
Not easier.
Because you're going to get more marbling, more movement, more crystal.
So if somebody was concerned about that, like say they had a phased project and they wanted to do a countertop later on, but they didn't want to buy that, quartz would be something that they could use because they could replicate that, right?
Yes, quartz would be easier to replicate. Also, a lot of the tier 1 granites, they typically stay pretty consistent in color and movement. So that one would be more something I would recommend with the quartz versus any of the other tiers of granite.
All right, Savannah, we're here in your showroom. You've got a great example of a quartz countertop here. This is what you consider your tier 1 quartz?
This is a tier 1 quartz option. It is absolute white. We have it with the gray cabinet, a gray granite composite sink, which is an upgrade you all are welcome to do. And a glass backsplash tile.
So just real quick, I didn't mean to interrupt, but that sink you said, so that is made of quartz and it's just
granite composite.
It's a granite
Yep,
composite.
the Blancos are granite composite. It is one we use often and we keep in stock.
Okay, awesome. And then that just undermounts and seams right up next to the quartz there.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. And then, so this is an example of, obviously, of a backsplash. You could do a zillion backsplashes, anything that you wanted to do.
Yes.
But the trend these days is to get rid of that 4-inch strip in the back, right? Go straight up
and
nice and clean.
Yep, and do a clean caulk line right around the bottom to pair it all together. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, that's and then you got kind of the what are we looking at there? Kind of a lighter gray.
A dove gray, yes.
Dove gray. Mm-hmm. Yeah, against that white, just a beautiful contrast.
Very clean.
Yeah, very
clean and bright. Yep.
And timeless, right?
Yes.
That's what's beautiful about it. And then that edge, you got what is that round?
So this is a demi bullnose edge.
Okay.
It is an upcharged one paired with a double laminated edge over on this island. So this is a 2cm OG on top of that demi bullnose that they paired together.
Okay.
A lot of people will sometimes upgrade the island to a little bit of a nicer edge and match it with something subtle to complement that island.
And that's awesome. So is that a stacked
it is
countertop?
It is. So they take about 12 to 15 inches of that same material and do the edge on it and then laminate those together.
Okay.
So it's double the weight as well. Super heavy, really durable.
Wow, that's beautiful though. Look at that edging. That's amazing. That's awesome. Yeah, well, cool. And then, of course, you've got a contrasting but complementing gray over here.
Yes.
The darker gray against your lighter gray cabinetry here. And that's a beautiful thing to do as well, that contrast between the island and the cabinets.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Looks beautiful. I appreciate it, Savannah. Thank you for sharing.
Thanks.